So for the vegetable pulao, I have taken the following ingredients. These are some potatoes that have been diced and then soaked in water for about 10-15 minutes to remove the starch. Some yellow bell pepper, evenly diced into pieces. A half of a carrot, finely chopped. Some cauliflower. Some green peas. Spring onion, these are the back ends, the shoots, and the front end, which is the onion part of it. Some coriander and rice. In addition, I'll be using some spices and other stuff which will appear during the cooking of the recipe. Okay, so we'll begin this by taking a nice stainless steel saucepan into which I'm going to add some vegetable oil to heat and to start the cook. I will use the following whole spices. I'm going to use about 2 bay leaves. Let me find some nice specimens. So 1 and and let's see. Okay, I'm going to use 3 because they're quite small. Then I'm going to use some nice cinnamon sticks. I think don't need too much. Just 1 or 2 small ones will be okay. I'm going to use some black peppercorns. Use about 7 or 8 of these. Okay. I will use some cumin, which I will add directly to the saucepan. I've got some cardamom. I'm going to use about 2 or 3 pieces of cardamom. And I will use a few pieces of clove. So I've got this clove here. I will use about 3 of those. In addition, I will be using some of the the powdered spices as well, which will include stuff like coriander, cumin powder, garam masala, turmeric, red chili, and you'll see these being put as the cook procedure. Obviously, we need salt as well. Okay, so once the heat of the oil is sufficient, it might be a good idea to test how hot it is by putting a couple of peppercorns and waiting for them to start spluttering. In the matter of the whole spices, the correct method is to kind of put one ingredient after another. As the first one starts spluttering, you put the next ingredient, and then the third and the fourth and so on, so that you don't overwhelm the smells. Okay, so I can see now that the black peppercorns are nicely spluttering. So I'm going to add now the bay leaves, the cinnamon sticks, cardamom, and the clove. So you can see now that all the whole spices are nicely spluttering away. You can hear the splutter. And the last thing to go in will be cumin. I put cumin the last because the cumin fries very quickly and starts burning if you let it be in the heat for a long time. Okay, so that's all gone. Okay, add the potatoes. I put potatoes first because they take the longest to kind of cook amongst all the vegetables that I've taken. Okay, so these potatoes are now kind of getting fried. It's almost like a deep frying for them. The potatoes are now done. At this point I'm going to add the onion part of the spring onions and fry them. So that's the onions, they are frying nicely now. As you can see now, we've got all the whole spices, potatoes and the onions. Time to add the next vegetable, which is going to be the yellow bell peppers, carrots, and cauliflowers. Okay, so stir frying all these vegetables now in the oil requires that I stand next to it and keep on stirring them so that the oil coats everything nicely. And I want these vegetables to basically cook in the steam that the vegetables generate of their own because of the water content that vegetables have. At this point I can also add the very nice looking fresh green peas. And already my vegetables are looking very nice and colorful. I've got yellows, greens, orange, white. It looks very interesting indeed. Time perhaps to add some salt now. So I've got this salt which is freely available in all UK supermarkets. Added the salt to it, and all the vegetables are cooking nicely. I will leave this on for about 3 to 5 minutes under a lid. There you go. Just going to turn the gas down a bit because as the steam is now trapped inside, putting the gas on very high could actually burn the vegetables. Because this is not a pressure cooker, the steam has got an escape vent over here and it can escape from there. So we're just going to let it steam for a few minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 or 6 minutes, and as you can see the vegetables are all now done and actually they started to stick at the bottom. So it's time to end their kind of isolation, and I'm going to now add all the powdered masalas now. So we start with a bit of coriander powder. Coriander is usable as leaves as well as the seed as well as the powder. It is a very versatile spice. I'm also putting a bit of cumin powder, just a little bit. Cumin seeds were already added to this mix, so there's no need to add more. I can see that everything inside is all dried up, so I'm going to add about a bowl and a half of water so that I get a little time to add the spices. I've got some garam masala now. Again I'm putting just a bit. I'm putting some turmeric. Actually turmeric is an optional thing. If you want your pulao to look white, you don't need to add turmeric because turmeric does impart color. On the flip side, too much of turmeric can make the entire dish a little pungent. So even if you're using it, use very little of it. This is the only chili that I'm adding. I'm not putting any green chili in this. And so I'm putting a little more than just a bit. So that's all the powdered spices, and now the only other thing that I need to add is a bit of ginger and garlic paste. Now I made this paste myself, but I also added a few green chilies to it just to give a bit of a color to the paste, and I'm just going to put that now into this mix. So that's gone in as well. All the spices that needed to be added have been added, and just stirring everything together now. The vegetables are in, the spices are in. Now we need to go ahead and add rice. I've got bits of rice left over from yesterday's cooking, so I will add that first, and also I will add some new rice that I made today, and whatever is left over will remain for my next cook. So that's the new rice that I'm adding. So between the two, I'm putting enough rice to feed me for at least a couple of meals, if not more. And to enhance the flavor of this pulao, I'm going to add something known as kevra. Kevra is an essence, and I do not really know the English name of this, but it is a very sweet smelling essence. So I'm going to add about 15 or 20 drops of that, and then give this whole mix a proper stir so that the vegetables and the rice mix together along with the kevra flavor or essence which I just mentioned. Okay, I can see that everything is now looking beautiful. The rice, the vegetables, it's all come together beautifully. I need to cook these a bit because I've added the powdered spices, but I've not really cooked them properly in oil. So I will cook all this now together. Okay, so we need to add these spring onion, the back ends, because they will give a very nice and fresh kind of taste and flavor to this vegetable pulao. And for once I'm going to change my stirring spoon to this one, because this will allow me to mix everything nicely from the bottom to the top, which I couldn't really do with a wooden spoon. So there you are. That's gone in, and it's now given the beautiful dark green color to this pulao. I'm going to close everything for about 10 minutes at a low to medium flame, and I hope that at the end of this my vegetable pulao will be ready to serve. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes now, and you can see when I open the lid, the rice is all done, the vegetables are all done as well, and the veg pulao is ready. I'm just going to garnish it with some fresh coriander, as I basically garnish all my dishes with fresh coriander. So that's it, food ready to serve. Thank you for watching my video, and keep encouraging me by subscribing to my channel and by asking others to have a look and subscribe as well. Okay, I'm just going to take a little spoonful of that to see how it's come out. Okay. It's delicious. It's really fantastic. You have it, the final look of the vegetable pulao. I'm going to have it with yogurt. You can also have it with a clear soup. You can have it all by itself, or if you want to embellish it, you can make it slightly different by adding some meats to it, like shredded chicken or shredded fish or something like that. But I wouldn't recommend it. The vegetable pulao is to be enjoyed as a vegetable pulao, and this is what I would recommend that you do. Definitely do not try to spoil it by adding more ingredients. It's not going to work. Thank you anyway for watching and have a good day.